My name is Alexina, and our company is called Limitless Fresh Farm. We are located in Kitengela. This is in Kajiado County in a place called Hawa. It's near Kisaju. Yes, our farm, we grow tomatoes, we grow onions, and use cabbages for crop rotation. I'm actually a Corona farmer. I had just moved into the neighborhood in Kitengela, that is in 2019, and then Corona hits 2020. So we were locked up and I didn't have anything to do. So a friend suggested to me, why can't you try farming? I had no idea about farming. And I was like, yeah, why not? So I actually started my first crop was onion. I grew on a 1/4 acre. And when I started growing, I worked with some agronomist from an agrovet. So from the 1/4 acre, I harvested 1 ton of kitungu, and I was so proud of myself because I mean the big ones were like this, tudogo hivi. But I was so happy, I was so excited. So I passed that and I'm like, this is what I've harvested. Then he told me no. From a 1/4 acre, you should have gotten 4 times this. And I was like, huh? Yes, you should have gotten 4 times this. I said, are you serious? He told me yes. Then I said, I'm taking up the challenge. So that is how I took up the challenge and now looked for land and started growing onion. So I grew onion for like 1 year, the whole of 2022 and 2023. I grew onion and I thought I had now mastered the art of onion. And I thought, why not move to tomato? Because tomato, everybody was like, no, hii ni ngumu, hii mimi hapana. I was like, no, I want to try this. Unless there's rocket science, I want to try it. So that is how I started growing tomatoes. And now I can actually pride myself, I can grow tomatoes. So that is how I became a farmer. And it's now 5 years down the line. This is my 5th year into farming. Yeah.
How has been the journey?
Oh, it's really been interesting. It's been a very interesting journey with the ups and downs, a lot of challenges. But the big thing I've learned in farming is you will never say you've now reached the limit. Now you know. You have to learn every day. Every day there are challenges which come up, there are new things which are coming up, new products, new innovations. So that is actually what has made, how I've learned, what I've learned about farming. And then the other thing is you really have, for you to make it in farming, you have to be hands-on. You have to be hands-on. Even if you're not hands-on, you just have to love it. Otherwise, if you say you're a telephone farmer, you go to the farm once in a week. Farming, you have to be there. Yeah. For a beginner farmer, from my experience, don't just see what has been written in books and follow it. No. At least have walk around, see what farmers are doing, learn from the ground, because there's so many different things which will affect the farming. Like for instance, what I grow here is not what can be grown in, say, Ukopandematu. So first of all, learn, know where you want to grow whatever you're going to grow, and then learn about the soils, learn about the weather, and before you actually get into it. Don't just check what people write on Mtandao, like 1 acre of onion can produce 30 tons. It is true, but there's a lot of small nitty-gritty things that go into it. So it is important to actually do some study first before you go into farming. Yes. When you start farming, one thing I encourage any farmer is you must have a plug where you are getting your whatever all the items of the farm, starting from the irrigation, starting from going to the disease, insecticides, pesticides, all that. You have to have at least an agrovet where you get all that. It is very important because na hii ukulima you can never be that prepared. And the farm say when you need to do your fertilizer application today, you have to do it. Or to spray today or tomorrow, you have to do it. And maybe that time you really don't have the money. So that is why it is very important to have an agrovet whom you can work together with. They can hold your hand, say that time when things are not going really well, they assist you, and also a reliable agrovet where you are sure that you'll get everything. So this is how I actually came to learn of Plum. And Plum, I always say it's a one-stop shop. You will find there anything and everything you want. Starting from the irrigation, you will get all the irrigation, whatever you need for the farm. When you go to sprayers, you go to insecticides, fungicides, for everything, fertilizers. So for me, it's my one-stop shop. There's everything that I'll need. And then also their services, they'll definitely, they provide, they bring to the farm. So it makes life very easy. And also when you have an agrovet who also provide agronomical services, that is also a very big plus for us farmers, because some of us actually we know nothing. So they guide us and take us along. And that is how I came to learn of Plum, and that is how we work together and collaborate with Plum. And then of course also the prices. I realized in farming, you know, a difference here, like 200 bob, not even 250 bob on an item, it is so big. So when you get a place where the prices are very friendly, then that is a real plus, and that is Plum for you. One thing I also want to mention about Plum, you know, any place, you realize right now there are a lot of agrovets in the market. So you have to get your products from a very reliable source, a trusted source, because we have quite a number of counterfeit products in the market. So for me, for Plum, when I go there, I am very sure about the products that I'm going to get, that they're original, they're real. And that is something you really have to be sure and keen about. For us, we are doing what we call drip irrigation. And I find this very economical. So we have boreholes. So the water is pumped from the borehole into the tanks. And then most of, like for us, the water will just flow back into the farm via gravity. So we actually use drip irrigation. We don't rely on the rain, and actually we don't like the rain. Because when the rain comes, if it's actually a lot of it, iko na madhara mingi sana kwa kitunguu, and the tomatoes will have a lot of diseases. So for us, we are happier when it's dry. Yes. One thing I would want to encourage anybody who wants to go into farming or farmers, there is market. But I've always said, let us focus on the production. Let us always focus on the production and the quality, produce. You will definitely get market. Even the times when they say there's a glut of tomatoes, like right now, we are having so many tomatoes in the market. But if your produce is good, grade 1 quality, definitely you are going to get market. So let us focus on the production, such that, and it is always interesting, such that when the prices are high, then the production costs are also very high. When the prices are low, the production cost at that period of time was low. So things somehow just balance. Yeah. So there is market, and we should not fear.